right, thanks for joining today. We are going to work on some side-to-side action, making sure we train both sides of our body independently so the strong side can't compensate for the weak side. Let's start by setting our posture, feet under hips, lift up through those legs, lift up the hips off the legs, lift the rib cage off the waist, engage that core, roll the shoulder blades down the back, lift the chin, back of the head over the back of the spine. Feel this alignment, feel the length between your vertebra in your spine. Inhale, arms up, and exhale. Bring them down, trying to hold this alignment throughout. Let's start our warm up with some floor to ceiling squats. So feet about hip distance apart, maybe a little wider than your natural stance. Coming down to the floor, lift up into releve, touch and lift, really pushing the glutes behind you, bending the knees rather than thinking of bowing at the waist to get down to the floor. And if you can't get down to the floor, of course, that's fine. If you like, you can turn this into a squat jump. If you want a little more warm up on this gloomy winter day. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's come into second position. Feet are wide, toes are turned out about 45 degrees, arms out. Push those knees over the toes. Make sure you can see the big toes on the inside of your knees. Strong lifted core, not bowing over at the waist. We're going to come into a plie, push off to one side, push off to the other. So working a little bit on balance, tall and lifted on that rise. Catch your balance here. This should give your glutes a nice little warm up. Maintaining that turnout of the leg in the hip socket when you push up. 4, 3, 2, last one. Walk the feet together. Let's come into our arm series. Pick up your weights, small weights or water bottles, or just body weight. Feet under hips, lifting up tall, roll the shoulder blades down the back, lift those arms out to the side. We're going to do little circles to the front. Circle. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. You can have a soft elbow, but try not to let that arm droop. That puts the work in the biceps rather than in the shoulders. Nice open chest. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse direction. Circle back. Little circles. Soft elbow, but supported through the shoulders. Not sagging. Beautiful job. We're not going to be done. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle to the front, but big this time. Big circle all the way through, really warming up that shoulder joint. Nice and slow and controlled. On the open back, you're really opening the chest, drawing the shoulder blades together, working through that whole shoulder system, all those muscles, trapezius, everything down your back. 3, 2, 1, and circle to the back. Circle, circle, circle for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Let's come into a bent over row, skier position, hinging from that hip. No booty out, no booty in, just nice straight back. Roll those shoulders back, tuck the shoulder blades down the back, row up, bringing those weights up by the chest. Nice job. Head in line with the spine, not letting it drop down, not craning your neck. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep them up, drop one down and up, down and up. At the top, squeeze the elbows back behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades together. At the top of every rep, working one side and then the other. Squeeze. Squeeze for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay up here. Let's pulse, pulse, pulse. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Don't think about moving the elbows. The elbows will move automatically as those shoulder blades draw together. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten out, let those weights come down, shake out those shoulders a little. Let's come into some bicep work. We're gonna do plate putaways. Let's start by having those elbows into the body, palms facing up, reaching up into the cupboard, putting those plates away. Reach, you can rise up into a releve to give yourself a little extra boost at the top. Reach, 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 reach. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet on the ground. Let's come into first position. We're going to reach to the side now. Reach up. So not just to parallel with the shoulders, but a little bit above. Big reach here. Having the palms facing up should be putting that work into the biceps rather than just the shoulders. Reach, reach. While we're in this first position, if you're doing the releve, try to engage those quads, the front of the thigh. Use those to push your legs out and then lift your heels up off the mat. The opening of the leg is what lifts you out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, quick stretch of the calf. Come to your wall or your chair. Push one leg behind you, trying to bring that heel down to the floor. And then switch to the other side. That was a lot of releves. Give those calves a little stretch. Okay, coming into our tricep work. Arms overhead, elbows right by the ears. Bringing those weights behind us. Strong engaged core, lifting up that rib cage. Not swaying side to side. Just a tricep press, overhead tricep press. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now push back, 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 back. Strong core. If you let go of that core, your body's going to want to sway front to back. Try to control that motion, pushing back, keeping the elbows in as much as possible. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Combine up and back, up and back. Nice job. Up and back. This is a lot. We're almost done. And back for 8, back, 7, back, 6, back, 5, back, 4, 3, 2, last one, push it back. Nice. Let's finish our arm series with Swan Arms. Step way back as much room as you have. One heel in the arch of the other foot in our third position. Roll those shoulders back, rising up onto releve. Walk those feet together into a susu. Front for 8, back for 8. Switching feet, front for 8, back for 8. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch feet, lead with the other foot for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weights to the side. You made it. Pull out your chair or get next to your wall or banister, whatever you are using for support during our Barre series. We are going to start with a first position plie series. So start with feet parallel, right toe on the floor, open up that knee, set it down, feel the rotation going all the way up to the hip. Left toe on the floor, open it up, set it down, rotation all the way through. That should feel a little bit different than if you were just to turn your feet out. So really try to recapture that feeling throughout. Plie, plie, just a little plie. Heels stay on the floor, going only as deep as you can. Keep both heels on the mat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left heel pops up. Plie, plie. Nice and tall. Coming up out of that waist, head and shoulders straight up to the sky, not bowing forward toward your support. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pop the right heel up, plie, plie, plie. Leading with that knee, pushing the knee out right over the toe, not letting it collapse inward to the center of the body. Make sure you can see the big toe on the inside of that knee. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet flat, coming into a grand plie. We're going to come all the way through our feet, all the way down, heels lift up. Trying to set those heels down as soon as possible. Rise up. Grand plie, rise up. Grand plie, rise up. Really focusing on the heels. Keeping those knees strong and pointed out, not letting them collapse toward the center of the body. Head and shoulders straight up to the sky. If this depth is not good for your knees, just stay with the demi-plie or whatever depth doesn't put pressure on your joints. 4, 3, 2, get ready to pulse. Come down here and we pulse. Pulse, pulse, heels up, pulse, pulse, pulse. Lots of weight. Make sure your weight is distributed evenly between both feet. Again, we have a strong side and a weak side. Don't let that weak side wimp out. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up. Move away from your support. We're going to come into center floor for some switch jumps. Alternate if you do not want to jump. Coming into a squat. Step one foot out. Rotate, squat. Step your foot out. Rotate, squat. Holding that squat the whole time. If you would like to jump, again, squat. We're going to switch and land in a squat. Rise up, squat, switch, squat, switch. Always starting and ending from a bent knee. Trying to get rotation in the air. Rise up, squat. Rise up, squat. Nice. Trying to get the leading leg to do the work. So when you're spinning to the left, that left foot does the work. When you're spinning to the right foot, the right leg does the work. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice. Coming back to our support, we're going to do a front to back hurdle. So rather than trying to be beautiful or elegant, we're just trying to get this leg as high up over the hurdle as we can. Feet parallel or feet in turnout, whatever is comfortable for you. The goal is to get the maximum height as you rotate that leg over the hurdle. So really lift, keep the knee high. Lift, keep the knee high. Nice. So I hope you're feeling this. I definitely feel this. Your core helps to lift that leg up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now we are going to come into a more elegant ballet move. Come into your turnout. We're going to do attitude, front to back. So leg stays in the air, keeping the knee bent, trying to have the heel lifted in front, the knee lifted in back. That's the opposite of your natural body mechanics. The natural body mechanics are to have that high heel and then that high knee. So really keep the knee open to the back, heel lifted to the front. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Shake it out a little bit. Let's get to that other leg. So starting probably in parallel, depending on your body mechanics, lifting that leg up and over as high as you can get it. Not going for elegance, going for power. The standing glute is definitely engaging to support that body as the weight moves around, the weight of that moving leg. It destabilizes. Your core should be working to keep that torso stable. We're not twisting the hips or the rib cage around. Nice straight spinal column all the way through. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming into your turnout. Feel that coming all the way up to the hips. Front leg, left leg attitude, or other leg, whichever leg you were doing. Front, lift to the back. Front, lift to the back. Heel lifted in front. Knee lifted in back. Again, staying square. Hips and shoulders square to the front of the room. Lift, lift, lift. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down, shake it out. That is fun, and it's a lot. One hand on your support, the leg next to the bar or whatever it is, lift it up in the back, trying to let it hover over the floor, but you can set it down if you need to. Arm up, hips square. We're gonna lift that rib cage up and over. Engaging the obliques, engaging the core. Static work happening with that lifted foot. If you have a hyperextended knee like I do, make sure it's not hyperextending on that standing leg. Hips and shoulders stay square. We're just coming up and over. For 8, 7, 6, head and shoulders up to the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down, coming to the other side. Other hand on the bar, other leg hovering behind. Lift that arm up, stabilize the upper body, stabilize those hips. Up and over. Strong supporting leg. Feel those quads, the front of the thigh, engaged in lifting, lifting, lifting. Keep those hips high and aligned. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set your chair to the side or come back to center floor. We will finish out our bar series with some lateral lunges. So we are going to bend the standing knee, other leg reaches out, alternating side to side, pushing the glutes behind, keeping that knee behind the toes, that bent knee. So to do that, you really got to push the booty back behind you. Nice big reach to the side. 4, 3, we're going to do some tap countdowns. 2, and 1. All right, stay on this side, tap for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay in the squat, other side tap, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure you're sitting back in that booty. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Not letting the knees creep forward. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. Staying in the squat, side to side, tap, 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 controlling the movement of the upper body, moving as little side to side as you can. That supporting leg underneath you, rock solid. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up, shake it out. Those glutes should feel worked. Let's grab our mat and get ready to come to the floor for our core series. We are going to start sitting on our glutes for a Russian twist. You can have your heels on the mat, nice straight spine, straight line from tailbone to the top of the head, twist, twist, twist. So think about trying to get that elbow as far behind you as you can. If this is not enough of a challenge, lift up into a boat. Balancing on those sits bones. Strong core, still a nice straight spine. If you need to hunch your spine to be up in the boat, it is so much better to have the support of those heels and not mess with your spinal alignment. Twist for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Rolling over onto hands and knees. We are going to come into a plank. You can roll your mat if you want to support your elbows. Coming into an elbow plank, you can be on knees, which is a nice straight line from shoulders to knees, not popping the booty up in the air or out on your toes. Same thing. No popping that booty up in the air. Spread your feet a little bit for balance. We're going to try to control the roll of that hips. Reach your right arm out, side, out, back in. Left, reach, side, reach, back in. Reach, side, reach, back in. Try it on your knees. If you're having a hard time on your toes, if that's still not working, you can just tap the hand out, bring it back, tap it to the side, bring it back. If that's still not working, just hold the plank. Reach, side, and down. Reach. Keep it going. 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold the plank. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come into a child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Reaching forward with those hands, palms flat on the mat. Stretching your spine. You can wiggle your hips side to side, stretching your shoulders. Nice. Let's come back to our back. And we are going to do some leg lowers. You can tuck your thumbs underneath your glutes, legs up in the air, head and shoulders on the mat, one leg down, other leg down. So we're in this modified scissors, slow and controlled. Try to maintain the natural curve of your lower back through the movement, not a lot of extreme flex and then straighten. Using your lower abs, pressing the belly button down to the spine in order to maintain that spinal alignment. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees. We're about to take it up a level. Rock side to side. Get set up again. We're going to stay with one leg at a time. This time on the lift, push up to a pike. Other leg, lift and pike. So pressing down with your palms, but primarily engaging those lower abs, contracting them to shorten them, and lift your tailbone up off the mat, trying to point the legs up to the ceiling rather than over your head. Lift, down, lift, down. Nice job, keep it going. 4 more sets. 4, 3, 2, last one. Up and hug those knees again. Rock side to side. Coming onto our side, let's work one side at a time. Propping your head up in your palm. Hips stacked straight up and down. Top hand on the mat for balance. Lift that top leg a little. We're going to circle little circles to the front. You should feel a little balance destabilization here. Should be really manageable. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle back. Again, just a little circle here, tracing maybe the size of an apple. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's go big. A big forward circle. Lots of destabilization now. Using that supporting hand on the mat for support, but trying to have the bulk of the work, of that stabilizing work, happening in the core. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and circle back. 8, 7, 6, strong core, don't let it go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out, roll to the other side. It's so easy when we start with the little ones. Lift that top leg after you've reached your alignment, little circles forward. Warming up here. Feeling how all the little stabilizer muscles are doing their work but aren't full throttle yet. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle back. Circle back. Little circle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big circle to the front. Big circle, working to keep those hips stacked. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch direction, circle back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay on your back. Let's finish with a classic crunch. You can cross your arms over your chest or lightly hold your ears with your fingertips, keeping those elbows open. Crunch and crunch. Not coming all the way down. Crunch and crunch. Don't let those elbows creep up, because then you're probably using your hands to hold and lift your head. That puts strain on your neck. And it takes work away from your abs. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach up, pulse, pulse, pulse. Head and shoulders as lifted as they can be, pressing the belly button down. Pulse, pulse, pulse. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You made it. Let's sit up to start our stretch. One knee bent, leg behind, other leg open. So we're kind of in a half V here. Let's start by opening the chest, both hands behind you, trying to bring the hip of this leg with the bent knee as close to the mat as you can get it. Nice stretch on the inner thigh here. And lift up, turning toward the leg that's extended in front of you. Walk your hands down that leg, trying to bring your forehead down to the knee, letting go all along the back of that leg, especially the hamstring and the glute. Walking back. Let's switch legs. Other knee bent, other leg extended, opened into a V. Hands behind you, open the chest, dropping the head back a little if you'd like. Trying to bring the hip of that leg with the bent knee down as close to the mat as you can get it. Coming back up and over that extended leg. Reaching. Trying to get the nose to the knee. Rising up. Let's do the opposite of that stretch. Let's walk, bring one knee down, walk the other leg over it. Sitting up tall, hugging that knee, sitting up tall. Feel the stretch in this glute. Pressing the tailbone down to the mat to lift the head up tall. If you want, you can come into a twist, but that does take the stretch a little bit out of the glute. So if you want more of the glute, stay centered. I think I'm going to stay centered. And switch to the other side. Other leg on top, hug it. Trying to get both glutes down on the mat. Pressing the tailbone down into the spine to lift the head. Taking the twist if you would like, or if you want to keep the focus more in that glute. Staying centered. Hands and knees. Tuck the toes under. Let's just do a brief downward dog to finish here. Roll through the shoulders, drop the head down through the arms, trying to let the heels come down to the mat. Nice straight spine, pushing that tailbone up and diagonal behind you. Replenish your brain with a little bit of extra oxygen while we're upside down like this. And walk the hands back to the feet. Slowly roll up, head last. Roll the shoulders back nice and tall. Open into a super wide second position. Power second position. Inhale up, exhale, coming into that plie. Inhale up, exhale into the plie. Be sure to drink lots of water. Give yourself a nice nourishing lunch. Exhale. And gentlemen, take your bow. Ladies, take your curtsy. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a great weekend.